Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now on this Tuesday. I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Matt Hummel. Happening now, a trio is facing various charges in connection with the drug-related death. The details next.
Plus, winter weather, well, it's back. We check in with county officials who update us on area roadways. But first, let's get a check of where the snow is a-falling. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter's live for us. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Jay and Matt, and happy Tuesday to everybody out there. And yeah, it was a messy commute this morning as we had sleet and freezing rain coming down. We still have some sleet and freezing rain across the southern tier. That's this pink area you see here on radar here. Now, north of here near Dunkirk, it's actually switched to rain as temperatures are starting to warm up once again. But we are expecting all of this to switch to rain this afternoon and then switch back to snow for tonight going into tomorrow. Let's take a look at the watches and warnings on the main graphic system. So the winter weather advisory remains in place for all of western New York until 10 p.m. tonight. And there is also now a wind advisory in place for all of western New York as well, minus Allegheny County. That starts tonight and lasts until 10 p.m. tomorrow. And then for Chautauqua County, there's a lakeshore flood advisory in effect because of the strong winds tomorrow may cause some minor flooding right near the Lake Erie shoreline. So again, this has been a very complex storm system that, of course, is impacting the region. This is how much freezing rain came down. This is the only report we got from the southern tier. It is from the Dunkirk airport where they measured 11/100ths of an inch of ice. So again, what's happened here is because we've had more sleet that has helped to keep down the ice accumulations, which is good, but it was a slick morning out there. Temperatures at least will rise into the mid-30s this afternoon. It'll change to all rain and then back to snow. We'll time it all out with the Brotherhood Property Maintenance 7-day forecast in a little bit later on in the show, Jay and Matt.
All right, Dakota, looking forward to that forecast. Thank you, sir. Our top story, 3 Warren County natives are facing charges in connection with a 2017 drug-related death. Now, WNY News Now this morning obtained various court documents that detail the event leading up to the death of 24-year-old Robert Marshall, who died of an acute intoxication of a substance that's in a plant known as Hyponic Black Sabbath. 27-year-old Cody Strait, 44-year-old Douglas Harkins, and 33-year-old Mitchell Marshall are charged in connection with that investigation. All 3 were remanded to Warren County Jail. Harkins is in jail on $250,000 bail, while Strait's locked up on $200,000 bail. Marshall's behind bars on $100,000 bail. The trio is scheduled to reappear in a Warren Magistrate District Court next Wednesday at 1 p.m. for preliminary hearings. Now, this is a very complex case. For more on the background of the case that led up to the specific death and a full list of the charges that they're facing, you can see that story right now on our website at WNYNewsNow.com.
Chautauqua County District Attorney Patrick Swanson is very concerned that a series of proposed state bills will seriously impact crime victims, witnesses, and prosecutors. Swanson said that the elimination of cash bail, quote, changes everything. Now, if implemented, it will be harder to keep criminals off the street, Swanson said. In most cases, accused criminals will receive an appearance ticket instead of awaiting trial in the county jail. Changes making discovery evidence shared no later than in 15 days will hamper an already overburdened system, Swanson said. Worse, he added, the discovery change could or would rather expose victims and witnesses to the defendant, allowing for the chance of intimidation or physical violence. Now, Swanson said the change would be, quote, chilling. He explained that fewer witnesses will come forward. Swanson says it is not only his duty to prosecute the criminals, but to protect victims and witnesses as well, and the changes would undo all of that. The district attorney says that the proposals are not responsible and could make it harder to find attorneys to serve as prosecutors. He says that prosecutors have been ignored in the legislative process.
And happening right now, Cattaraugus County fire crews were called to a Flatstone Road area near Chipmunk Road at about 5:30 this morning to battle an oil derrick fire. Crews say that fire is still burning. The Department of Environmental Conservation and county's hazardous materials team were also on scene there. No injuries, thankfully, reported in that blaze, and no other information was available as of our noon broadcast. We, of course, will stick with this story and continue to update you on WNYNewsNow.com.
The murder trial for Mayville man is scheduled to start in May. A court clerk told WNY News Now Monday that a Huntley hearing for Rance Freeman Jr. will kick off the proceedings on April 11th in Chautauqua County Court. Freeman is charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder in connection with the November 2008 death of 31-year-old Westfield man Jeffrey Johnson, a cold case that was brought back to life with new evidence last November. Chautauqua County District Attorney Patrick Swanson previously told us that Freeman is charged with 2 counts because the allegation is that the killing was intentional and that it occurred during a felony. Now, the Village of Westfield Police Department, Chautauqua County Sheriff's Department, and the county's forensic investigation team responded and began an investigation which led to the indictment of Freeman.
Yeah, absolutely. Very interesting case, and of course we'll continue to keep everybody updated and have coverage of it as it heads throughout the court system. So a lot this morning, and of course, if you missed anything we just talked about, we have all those stories on WNYNewsNow.com. I want to say hello to Matt. Thank you so much for joining us. David, another longtime viewer. Great to have you here with us, and we hope you stay warm as well. I know Dakota's saying the temps are going to be going up this afternoon, so certainly things will begin to change over to rain as we head throughout the day, so we will have much more weather-wise on that. Coming up next, talks between President Trump and Governor Cuomo. They're underway right now. What they're expected to talk about coming up.
But first, wild winter weather has returned to our area, and we hear from county officials with the check of the road conditions after this.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
When I'm streaming and I'm talking to my community, we have that literally split-second interaction. If somebody says hello, I say hello right back immediately, and it kind of creates that connection. Because like my subscribers and my followers, we pretty much go by Re-Ups Army. All the hate and everything that goes around, that's kind of like our mission statement. It's just be positive and enjoy each other's time. It's more or less just trying to use the internet in a positive way. Like we all from around the world get to connect on the same level, which is, we all love video games. Mixer.com/Re-Up. I'm live every single day, 8 p.m.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Happening right now, the return of winter weather after a very brief hiatus has officials warning drivers to take caution on the roadway. Chautauqua County Director of Public Facilities Brad Bentley told WNY News Now earlier this morning that his crews were out early preparing to deal with freezing rain.
Yeah, we've been out since very early this morning. We had the snow, sleet, ice, rain mix that you've shown on the weather forecast. We've been out all night, either plowing or putting down salt to make sure our roads are in as best conditions we can get them. And it does look like the weather is turning a little bit warmer and getting more rain, so we should see road conditions improve as we go throughout the day today.
Now, Bentley said as temperatures rise throughout the day, those conditions will obviously improve, and he said that ice produces a unique challenge for his crews. He urges drivers to keep an eye out for plow drivers and drive for the road conditions at hand. If you do pass a plow, Bentley says please do it as safely as possible.
In the face of falling tax revenue and despite their political animus, Governor Andrew Cuomo and President Donald Trump are meeting today in Washington to discuss federal limitations on state and local tax deductions known as SALT. Cuomo is concerned about declines in the state's largest revenue stream, which is personal income tax. Estimated receipts are running at $2.3 billion less than forecasted. Cuomo has argued that deduction limitation gives an unfair advantage to so-called red states and targets so-called blue states. Proponents have said that the deduction cap just gives taxpayers a better view of how much they are taxed within their states. We will, of course, bring you more on this story as it becomes available.
And also happening in Washington right now, a bipartisan bridge is built towards the border barrier. That's what congressional insiders tell us. Negotiators say they've come to an agreement that could avert another government shutdown. John Lawrence is there with the latest.
Days before the deadline for another partial government shutdown, a tentative deal.
We reached an agreement in principle between us on the Homeland Security and the other 6 bills.
The 4 lead lawmakers didn't give specifics on the settlement, but did admit some flexibility was needed from both parties.
There's not a single one of us is going to get every single thing we want, but nobody does. But we're going to get what is best for the United States.
President Trump was given the update shortly before taking the stage at a rally Monday night in Texas.
They said that progress is being made with this committee. Just so you know, we're building the wall anyway. They say that progress...
A source says the deal includes nearly $1.4 billion for physical barriers covering about 55 miles. A White House official says aides are digesting the details with nothing set in stone. But some people see this as a step in the right direction.
It is very encouraging news for the country that they appear to be in agreement in principle.
Others don't.
His call for a concrete wall or anything that resembles that should never happen, both because it's a waste of money, it'll be ineffective, and because the minute we do that, we're going to fundamentally change the notion of what America is.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
All right, John, thank you. Now, some of the president's allies are already showing skepticism towards the deal. On his show Monday night, Fox News host Sean Hannity called it, quote, a garbage compromise. We, of course, continue to follow this story as we get more.
Students at Jamestown High School will sing, dance, and play music and perform an original rap song as part of a fundraising talent show that tomorrow night at 7 p.m. in the school auditorium. The acts will be judged by teachers and the audience. There is a $2 admission, which will be used to help pay for a class trip for the Justice for All class to the nation's capital.
Well, hopefully they don't go into another government shutdown, because that would not make the D.C. trip very fun.
You had to go there.
The museums. Hey, I had to open that up. But really, really cool. I've always liked talent shows. I've never really partaken in them, though. Have you, Matt? Have you ever done anything like that?
Not that I can remember.
Yeah, I know Dakota has quite a number of talents. I think he did a whole weather forecasting thing once at the company talent show last year.
I heard that.
Did you, I didn't go to that.
Yeah, so. I couldn't attend either, but all the janitors were telling us about that.
Yeah, they really liked it.
Because they were supposed to clean, but they didn't. They watched.
No,
so
they watched,
fine.
Which makes sense. I mean, I think it was probably just Dakota and probably Rory was there in the audience.
Yeah,
Dakota really tight, so no, just kidding. But really good for them, good for the kids, and hopefully they get a pretty big turnout. I think
Absolutely.
A lot of people in the community certainly will come together and cheer them on. So I want to check in with the comments. Hope everyone is staying warm. It looks like the winter weather's back for now. Saying hello to Lorianne from Dunkirk, to Christine, to Katie, to Will is joining us. Hello, sir. Hopefully you are doing well. Cindy, another longtime viewer. Alberta, Barbara, Lisa, Patricia. Drop your name in the comments and become part of the show. We really appreciate all the feedback from everybody. So hopefully you are staying warm and enjoying the day today. So we still have a lot more to tell you about Next here, a local entrepreneur says he's finding success in something he loves. We talk to him coming up.
But first, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter will talk about what he loves, and that's the weather, coming up.
Turn to Brotherhood Property Maintenance for all your lawn care and landscaping needs, no matter the season. Brotherhood Property Maintenance does it all, from professional plowing during the winter months to expert landscaping all summer long. Count on Brotherhood Property Maintenance for mowing, landscaping, tree work, spring and fall cleanup, plus snow removal. Serving both commercial and residential lots, check out Jamestown's fastest growing landscaping crew on Facebook or call us right now to book an appointment.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Coming soon to downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops Restaurant and Tavern.
I have some real old-timey dishes on there that I'm just giving new life to. Like there's a shepherd's pie on there that's going to have some bison in it, you know, real thick hearty gravy. Then I'm also doing beer flights. We're pairing it with a set of sliders, a set of tacos, and a set of mini rolls. So everything's going to have its own pair, so you can get a taste of a little bit of everything and all the beers. We don't want to be known as the restaurant in the hotel. We want to be known as Pearl City Hops.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
And welcome back to WNY News Now at noon, and wanted to start off the full weather segment with this. I'll step out of the shot here. This is a memorial for the Colgan Airlines flight 3407 that crashed on this day 10 years ago in Clarence, New York, about 5 miles from the cleared cleared runway at the Buffalo Airport, and of course that was a very horrible day for this area, and that is one of the memorials that stands near the crash site to this day. So of course all the victims' families are in our thoughts and prayers for that, and it's been 10 years already. So oof, sad day across the year. But on a more lighter note, 36 more days to go until the first day of spring on the calendar. But I keep telling you this, don't go by that, because often if you want spring weather around here, wait about another 50 days and you'll eventually get it. News now, Cam, we have some raindrops on the camera. Matt, this is your job to clean this camera off. You need to get up there and do that because it's starting to block the view here. We've got the flag flying there in the background. Current temperature 31 at the airport. Southeast wind of 15. Look at that wind gust to 24. And that knocks the wind chill down to 20. Of course, the wind chill is calculated not on the gust, but on the sustained wind speed. The big thing that we're keeping an eye on is, of course, the storm system that's been coming through. Here's First Defense Doppler radar. You can see we have still right now maybe some sleet mixing in right now, but ultimately this is going to all change over to rain as we go throughout the afternoon as warmer temperatures continue to move in. Here it is on a time lapse for you. You can see it's kind of been moving northeast, and that is going to be the case throughout the day today. So winter weather advisories remain in place for the entire area. There's a winter storm warning out here because this is where the heavier amounts of the snow will be. That goes until 10 o'clock tonight. There's also a wind advisory in place for much of the region, and that starts tonight, lasts through tomorrow, also at 10 p.m. As the winds really start to pick up tonight going into tomorrow. So if you're going on the road today, we're giving you the yellow light for this because, again, even though it's changing over to rain, there still may be some slick spots out there. Temperatures should make it around 35, 36, and then they'll start to fall back through the 20s, through the 30s, and you know what's coming next. Snow. We'll show that to you here on Future Scan. You can see this is our high-res model data that's exclusive to us. You can see there's that sleet, changes over to rain for the afternoon hours, maybe some pockets of moderate rain embedded. I don't expect any major issues with that. Then watch what happens tonight. There's the change over to snow, and then the snow will continue tonight, going throughout the day tomorrow, scattered nature tomorrow, and then we may get some added lake effect into this. I think overall snow totals will range between 2 to 4 inches tonight through tomorrow, but maybe some isolated spots could see upwards of 6 inches. Town by town, here's what the weather looks like for your area as we go to the eastern areas. Temperatures into the mid to upper 30s here. Wintry mix to all rain through the afternoon. The wind will also come up as well. Lake Erie shoreline. Erie may flirt with 40 throughout the day, and again, rain throughout the day as it changes over. Next 7 days of your life, powered by Brotherhood Property Maintenance. 29 tomorrow, snow throughout the day. Valentine's Day, 38, not looking bad, and here we go. Temperatures go back down to the 20s for the later part of the weekend into early next week. Sports is next. Don't go away.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Tuesday, sports fans, and welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. Tonight at 6 o'clock, the Falconer Golden Falcons varsity boys basketball team will be on the road against the Gowanda Panthers. Falconer is currently 5-14, posting an OT victory 47-45 over the Cattaraugus Little Valley Timberwolves in their last game on Monday. Meanwhile, Gowanda is 2-17 and are currently on a 14-game losing streak. In other local basketball, the 10-8 Salamanca Warriors will be on the road to battle the 10-9 Franklinville Panthers with tip-off tonight at 7:30. Salamanca is coming off of a 49-35 loss to the Randolph Cardinals last Thursday. Franklinville, meanwhile, also lost their last game last Saturday, 66-60, over the Cuba Rushford Rebels. Tonight at 7 o'clock, the Buffalo Sabres will be hosting the New York Islanders. Buffalo lost their last game on Sunday, 3-1 against the Winnipeg Jets. The Sabres are 5th in the Atlantic Division with 61 points, 8 points behind the Canadiens. The Islanders have won 3 games in a row and are in first place in the Metropolitan Division with 72 points, 3 points ahead of the Washington Capitals. The game will be televised on MSGB as well as the NHL app. Also going on tonight at 7 o'clock, the number 25 ranked Buffalo Bulls men's basketball team will be on the road for a conference game against the Toledo Rockets. UB is 20-3 on the season, winning their last 3 games and are in first place in the MAC East. Toledo is on a 5-game winning streak, has a 20-4 record, and are in first in the MAC West. The game will be televised on ESPNU. Justin and Matt, back to you.
All right, Norm, thank you as always, and I agree 100% with you, Tracy. Love hearing those local sports. Well, a local entrepreneur, he's getting a lot of attention online by doing what he loves, playing video games. Will Lovelace, also known by his screen name of Re-Up, said years ago when he was on YouTube watching others play video games and making a living off it, he figured if they can do it, anybody can.
For roughly about 6 years, I've been in the entertainment business when it comes to that. I've made YouTube videos, streamed on Twitch before and stuff like that, but I really kind of hit my grounding in the past year with Mixer.
Mixer is a video game streaming platform owned by Microsoft that allows users to watch video game streams, broadcast their games straight from an Xbox console, or from professional equipment that Lovelace has invested in. Lovelace's setup was recently featured during a video game conference. He said that it was humbling because they recognized how much of an investment he's made in his vision.
I've heard it when I was younger, and I'll say it to people today. You gotta spend money to make money. And it really is an investment. When it came to the computer I bought when I first bought it, it was like $3,200, and that came with a couple screens and stuff like that.
Lovelace said a lot of people who watch him are interested in streaming games themselves. He said he tries his best to connect with them and help them out. His goal this year is to connect with people right here in Jamestown.
I feel like being put on this earth was just to try and inspire people to do the best that they can be, or be the best that they can be, honestly. And I believe that at the bottom of my heart. And so, I just wanted to kind of reach out to the local area and just kind of tell people, just anything can happen. It's up to you.
Right.
You can do anything. And I never thought a day in my life that I would have 20,000 people back me up on my channel, ever. I never thought of that. But with discipline and just, keeping at it and never giving up on yourself and having the right people around you to support you, anything can happen.
Loveless says that when he's online, he tries to use his platform to spread positivity.
It's hard talking in front of people.
Mhm.
It's hard, and a lot of people kind of struggle with depression and social anxiety and a lot of different things. But being able to connect with somebody and not get judged based on like your features as a human being, because the internet has kind of turned into that at some point. And to be able to just talk to somebody based on just their name and not judge them for any reason, it's a beautiful thing.
And Loveless plays a variety of video games, including Fortnite, as you see here. He broadcasts live on mixer.com/reup at 8 p.m. to midnight every day. You can follow him on Facebook at facebook.com/reup on Mixer. And, guys, talking with Will about this, I knew for a while that on the national scale of things, there are folks out there who, play video games, and they get a lot of views, whether that be from, maybe, children to teens to even adults will watch along and get a taste of it. But right here in Jamestown, he has fans from all over the country, if not the world. So great job to you, and we wish you absolute best as you continue on your journey. And really, as he said in that report we talked about, he wants to try to get people in the Jamestown area to become more familiar with what he has to offer, because really he wants to make it about community, and he wants to give people kind of that escape, so to speak. And that's really what those games are made for.
Right.
Dakota, did you play video games when you were younger?
Well, you see, my childhood, I think, was ruined by myself because I was just a very odd and awkward child, and I'm still very odd. I never understood the fascination with video games when I was younger, and in a way, I still don't to this day. But I'm starting to come around to the idea. But the thing is, it's like as somebody who is a kind of like a YouTube content creator myself, I got to say, it's like I think the future of content creation is streaming. And it's like, there's really no gamers on YouTube anymore. I mean, they've all moved over to Mixer or Twitch or these other streaming platforms. And really, I think the idea of shooting videos, editing them, and whatnot is going away.
Right.
It's going to streaming.
Right.
And, I think to this day, I don't think a lot of people realize that if you take a lot of work, you can make this into your full-time job. It's hard, and it takes a lot of work, but it can be done.
And that's exactly what Cindy's chiming here. She says, great job, you're right. If you want something, just keep working at it and don't give up. And, we've Will and I had a great conversation off camera, and I'm willing to share this, about how, in a way, our storylines are very similar.
Yeah.
And the fact that, we're a startup news organization, we also stream. We don't stream games, but we find...
Maybe we should start.
Hey, why not? Yeah, there you go. Matt and I could just play games the whole time. But, people engage with us because we're at it every day. We're here at noon when we can, obviously. Sometimes there's bigger powers that be. But, and we connect with people live, and that's really where he's getting at. And, Alberta chiming in, she says, keep gaming re-up. You have the right attitude. And exactly right. If you have the right attitude, you have the right mindset, and you have the discipline, you can really achieve pretty much anything. So, Will, thanks so much for talking with us, and we hope to talk to him more. We'll keep following him on his journey, because that will be really cool to see.
Here's the best thing. Now, I think when Will makes it big in this stuff, I think he should go to all these streaming conferences.
Yeah.
And he should do that and mention where he's from. They're giving me a time cue here. So First Defense Doppler radar, you can see we have the sleet that's been falling. It's changing over to rain throughout the afternoon. So 24 to 29 tonight, rain to snow early, and then the wind also picks up with some blowing snow. How do you like that Valentine's Day background, guys?
Yeah, that's really
That is
nice.
awesome. For their property maintenance 7-day, you can see a little bit of a warm up toward the week's end, but then it goes back down to the 20s for next week.
What's the countdown to spring, Dakota?
30.
30-something already
30-something.
good.
Hey, I'll take
I don't
it. I'll
know
take
unless I
it.
look at the graphic. That's how bad I am.
No, that's all right, Dakota. Thank you. Hey, you know what? I will. I'll take 30 days. It's better than 100 days. So spring is almost here. I can't wait to get out and go fishing. Actually, I'm really jonesing for.
He's
for
gonna
hitting the
get our
water.
lunch. I like it.
Yeah. Hey, we gotta eat, right?
That's right.
It's a live look at.
If anybody wants to be my
Chautauqua Lake.
golfing partner, hit me up on social media.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Hit me up on if you want to go fishing too. Hey, we'll just do a big fishing and golfing trip.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey.
Pack a lunch. We'll go.
That's going to do it for us today. Of course, news continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com. Have you downloaded the app? No? Do it right now. It's on the Apple App Store and Google Play. See you tomorrow.